I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions had an echo and so much space. When you're out there without.
So, Nikki Cross, a former psycho, is now a superhero.
You're so stupid. You're stupid. Dumb.
Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley are going to face each other again at the next pay-per-view.
Son of a bitch!
Eva Marie's partner in crime, her wrestler name now is officially Doudrop. Doudrop. Fuck! I feel like I have to break out the freaking Jack Daniels and with a little cinch of Coke for this one. Jesus. Guys, I was going to put out the Hell in a Cell review that I did with Matt, but I watched Raw today and this had to come out first. This was mandatory. I'm so sorry, but we all know that Raw is bad. But seriously, what the 30 seconds is over now. What the fuck was that? What the fuck? That was absolutely ridiculous. I thought it couldn't get any worse than what we saw with Shayna Baszler and Lilith the doll. But that was as a segment. That was the worst ending ever. This is up there with one of the worst Raw episodes. I am so sorry. This was absolutely fucking ridiculous, y'all. Now, okay, let's start with the obvious parts. Obviously, Money in the Bank is around the corner, so they started to get the ball rolling. Of course, they were going to do qualifying matches. I knew that they were going to be ramping it up. They want to get everyone excited, all the fans are excited for the pay-per-view. Some of them didn't really make sense. The endings, I'm pretty sure a majority of them pretty much ended with shenanigans. As I said before, I've said it before, Monday Night Raw should be called Monday Night Roll-Ups and Shenanigans because they just love that shit. And add a little bit of rematches as well. It was just absolutely ridiculous. And it felt like they were just putting in these upsets just for the sake of upsets. When I saw because our team member Matt, he showed me or he told me exactly what was being announced for the qualifying matches. A majority of them was pretty much the writing was on the wall. Like there was nothing really for you to be wowed about. Obviously, I thought that Randy Orton was going to win. I thought AJ Styles was going to win, but all because the people that they were facing are people that's on a really downward spiral. They're on a losing streak. No, there's no heat behind them. So I thought, okay, they're just putting them together just for an excuse for it to go through. Okay, surely, obviously, they changed it up. We got a couple upsets, but because it happened pretty much sequentially, I just felt like it was just forced upon. You know what I mean? It wasn't a pleasant surprise. It was just like they just did it for the sake of surprises. Like, it was really random. Like none of those contenders that's in the Money in the Bank are gonna be. No one's gonna say, "Oh, what if Ricochet wins? What if John Morrison wins? What if this and this wins?" Also, by the way, there's gonna be full-on spoilers with this one. I don't give a fuck because this show is absolutely freaking terrible. But yeah, as I go on, so the first match was Ricochet versus AJ Styles. decent match. Obviously and then of course they I think WWE actually just remembered, oh shit, the Viking Raiders do actually need we owe them a tag team title match against Omos and AJ Styles. So they quickly like just wrapped that up. And then of course AJ Styles was, I think he was on the way to winning. Viking Raiders came out, distracted AJ Styles and took out Omos. Well, Omos took out himself. And then obviously Ricochet came out and took the victory. Decent upset. Obviously I love Ricochet. He is, you know, hugely underutilized. But it was a great moment for him. So I was like, okay, fine. That's cool. All right. But again, because there's no heat behind him, there's no momentum, that's how you know he's less likely he's going to win the freaking Money in the Bank. So I was like, okay, cool. He'll be there for the flippy doodahs and everything. That's fine. Then we come to the segment and you see Eva Marie with her partner. Still unknown as to what her name is. So everyone knows, well, us fans know because we're smart as much as WWE doesn't think that we're fucking smart. Then obviously is it Piper Piven or where? Okay, forgive me, I completely forgot the name. But anyway, everyone knows that she's from NXT UK. And then obviously they're walking down to the ring, I assume, for the next match. And then the announcer comes up asking her like, "What's the name of your partner?" And then she was about to unveil it, and then Eva Marie was just like, "Huh? What? Okay, we're gonna call you Doudrop." Now, I know there was rumors about this name. These were one of the names that was coming up. Everyone would say, no, don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. And he fucking did it. They fucking did it. They named this wrestler Doudrop. What the fuck is a Doudrop?
You're a donut. You're so stupid.
Alright. Whatever. Okay. Match happens. Already they're there. They're falling apart. Already they are falling apart. Yeah, Eva Marie takes the fall. She's obviously trying to take credit for whatever damage Doudrop does. And yeah, she was about to tag in Doudrop. She drops to the floor saying, "Nah, fuck you. You know what the fuck is this?" Eva Marie takes her first loss. Okay, she just came in. Already she's losing. And on top of that, it's like they're fast tracking everyone, like a lot of people, to go into the women's Money in the Bank match. Instead of having individual ones, they did tag teams. So Naomi and Asuka is in. Eva Marie and Doudrop are out. Yeah, it's really weird. They're fast tracking this breakup between them two already. So I'm just like, what's the end game here? I mean, Eva Marie just came back. This is the second week, and they're doing this. It's really, either way, uneventful. Did not make any fucking sense. It was absolutely dire. Absolute dog shit. Doesn't make no fucking sense. Randy Orton and John Morrison, by the numbers match. Didn't even really pay attention to it. Looks like there's growing tensions between Orton and Riddle. But whatever. Obviously another shock win for John Morrison. Again, through shenanigans. It was just like for the sake of shenanigans. It was for shenanigans' sake, or just for upset sake that John Morrison won. No one had any money on John Morrison winning. Even though he did win, no one banks on him of even winning the Money in the Bank. So again, he's just there for the flippy doodahs. So it's like, what the hell? And then this is the true main event, y'all. So obviously they recapped what Shayna Baszler and Alexa Bliss did in Hell in a Cell. And then obviously Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler come out. And then Alexa Bliss with a new theme, by the way, which is absolutely awful. What is up with these fucking theme songs? Get back Jim Johnson, get back the CTFOs, because whoever is in charge of these new theme songs are fucking terrible. It is ridiculous. Like, I know everyone's loving Roman Reigns' theme song, and rightly so. It's good. That's just about good. For me, it's missing a little bit of edge. For me, I think it needs to have a rapper on it. It needs some vocals on there. It's good. It kind of reminds me of the intro reminds me of Nas "Hate Me Now." Go check that out if you ain't heard that. If you haven't, get the fuck off my channel. So Alexa Bliss debuts her new theme, slightly new look. Looks like she's properly ditched the Fiend. It looks like the Fiend is dead and gone now. Fair enough. And then you see this atrocity on your screen. That fucking thing. And then you see, you hear the accent. All right, it's Nikki Cross talking about all this inspirational stuff. The camera zooms out, and then you see fucking this. Now, okay. So she was a psycho, like she was like this deranged person in NXT. You took that all away from her when she was tag teaming with Alexa Bliss. Fair enough. Then you repackage her in some kind of weird way with an awful Titantron and an awful theme music, and then on top of that, you feed us this shit. Now, I understand this is obviously catered to the kids, and I know it's a PG show. I understand that. And I know people are saying, well, this is obviously the female version of the Hurricane. You know, we accepted the Hurricane. Why can't we accept this? I don't want to accept this. Hurricane had humor. Hurricane was like this hilarious laugh out loud humor. This just looked cringe. I know this is for the kids, and I know it's obviously not for me. But even though it isn't, it still sucks. I don't see how this is meant to be. Our kid can look up to this and be like, I want to be like that person. Yeah, I want to be like that, but to be like Nikki Cross. And I've heard that apparently this is all her idea, and she forced it through, and it is definitely something that Vince would definitely approve. But for fuck's sake, don't insult my intelligence. Like, I know you're supposed to suspend your beliefs and suspend logic when you're watching WWE, especially WWE. But this, the gimmick that she had before, her original gimmick, there was nothing wrong with that. You could have had a female Dean Ambrose. What's wrong with that? You know, she had the perfect look, the perfect character. There was nothing wrong with that. But all this happy-go-lucky shit, I mean, we already had that. We already had that with Bayley. We already had that with is it the Blue, whoever that girl was in NXT, and she was called Blue something, or the Blue Lady. I can't remember what her name is. I'll put it up in a minute. But we don't need that stuff, and it was just really, really cringe. They're just making the women's division even more dire than it is already. It's thin on SmackDown, almost non-existent. And then it's just absolute dire dog shit on Monday Night Raw. And it really worries me that I thought that they were just, you know, they can get away with it right now because they're in the Thunderdome. You know, they can go through all these little tricks and, you know, all these craziness. They can get away with that because obviously there's no live crowd. But they're bringing all these new gimmicks, and it's still carrying on with it. And now they debut Nikki Cross, and and we're so close to bringing live crowds. I don't think they're going to gravitate to them. I'll be very, very surprised if she's gonna people are gonna gravitate to it. And I feel bad for Nikki Cross. She deserves better. She deserves more. I'm glad that she's obviously having a push. I forgot about her, but right now I think they're just building her up in the wrong way. So yeah, it was it was a gigantic eye roll when I saw this. I was just like, at first obviously I was more angry when I thought, all right, this is what creative came up with. But then Killian Dane, her husband, he said, nope, this was all her idea, and she wants to go for it. So I was like, okay, fair enough. Okay, she believes in it herself. You can't knock on what they bring to the table. I just don't think it's the right move. That's what I'm saying. I don't think people are going to be looking at it and being saying, I want to see what she does next week. Unless she brings it back in terms of match quality. But right now, it really feels like she is a default character on SmackDown 2. Like, you know, You know them back in SmackDown 2, funny enough, where you go through season mode, and then all of a sudden you have all these well-known superstars are being laid out backstage, and then you're meant to be having a match, they don't show up, and then you see Unknown 26 come out, and it's just just a tragedy of attire. And then if you beat them, then obviously you unlock whatever the attire they were wearing. That's what it looked like. It was an absolute tragedy. And on top of that, then the match happened. Again, that procession shit has started happening. All that spooky stuff. Pretty much Reginald almost went Ike Turner on the bitch. He almost slapped the crap out of Nia Jax. She probably wouldn't have felt it. It would have been like throwing a grape at her, to be honest. But still, that was... So, and it appears that he's the first person to actually break away from the trance at the most awkward time. It was really weird, but whatever. Anyway, Bliss and Nikki Cross are through to the next round. Well, not to the next round. They're through to Money in the Bank. And then there was that awful crap with Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. I can't give two fucks about this feud. It is absolutely freaking... it's an eye roller. I'm sick of it. They faced each other more than enough times already. I can't stand it, and it really looks like Charlotte's gonna become champ again. At first, people were thinking, "Oh, is it a double turn?" And then now they're back to being tweeners right now. I don't know. I don't really see what the end game is with this shit. But either way, it's not a good look, man. It's not a good look. Yeah, absolutely stupid. And then there was another Drew McIntyre fest against Riddle. Obviously, Drew McIntyre thinking with the possibility of him getting another title shot against Bobby Lashley somehow. At first, I thought he was actually going to come down on the beginning of Raw and basically start barking for a title shot because he got screwed over the night before. He didn't complain. He just went for the qualifying match. I thought he was going to win it, but he didn't. Riddle won. And now I don't know what is going on with Randy Orton now. I don't know what he thinks about this situation now that Riddle's in Money in the Bank, but not him. So, I don't know. I was hoping maybe we might get some World Tag Team Championship reigns between them two, but I don't know what's going on with them two, especially with Orton. Yeah, but who knows? You never know. Thinking about it, Riddle could be the person that might win the Money in the Bank, and then Orton could use that to his advantage. Riddle might win the Money in the Bank, might cash in. He congratulates him, then finally turns on him, and then he wants his title match against Riddle. Maybe that's what they're building up to. Who knows? But yeah, it was that match itself was good. I'll give that was okay. That's what was one of the very rare saving graces about that. And then there was that really awkward PTSD segment with Jackson Riker and the new guy, was it Mansoor, who he hasn't had a match since he lost, was it to Sheamus? Was it to Sheamus he lost to? He's just been in the back, just randomly conversating with people. Doesn't make no fucking sense. And yeah, it was really weird. It was just doing some freaking masochist shit to himself. I don't know what he was doing, but yeah. Mustafa Ali shouting at him. Whatever. And then obviously came to the what else happened? And obviously the main event with Bobby Lashley and Xavier Woods. They're really running this Hell in a Cell thing to the ground. I hope don't be surprised there's going to be another Hell in a Cell match next week. There's going to be a rematch, this time with Dominic and Roman Reigns on Friday Night SmackDown as well. You never fucking know, because they are running this thing to the ground, man. I'm totally fine not seeing Hell in a Cell anymore. You've broken the records now, so keep it away for another 20 years. But yeah, it was a really awkward, frustrating, annoying episode of Raw. Cringe as well. Like I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty much describing Raw that happens every week. But this was the breaking point for me. I have no desire of watching it next week. I'm totally fine with Friday Night SmackDown and of course AEW. Even NXT, I'm fine with NXT. I'm getting my fix there, but fucking just avoid Raw. I'm happy to just avoid Raw until crowds come back, because surely they must pull their socks up and improve on the quality, because people will not, even though we're getting back to normal civilization and everyone's getting vaccinated and all that kind of stuff, people will not, even though they're happy to go and see a show, I'm pretty sure that they would not think twice to start chanting AEW or refund or fuck this shit, all kinds of chants, if it doesn't live up to the quality that we deserve. You know what I mean? Because this is just an absolute, I know that they're definitely taking the piss because they can, because no one's around, so they can do whatever they want. But when crowds come back, you surely they cannot go down this route, otherwise it'll be a shitstorm for them. But yeah, that was my rant. Please get rid of this shit, please. No, fuck off. Done. I'm fucking done. Sort it the fuck out. Seriously, sort it out. That's what I'm saying. I've been your host, Chaos. Peace.